how does this grooming, actually become important? How should a candidate groom himself when he's sitting for an interview?
Once again, good morning to everyone, and thanks for inviting me on this part of the panel discussion to meet all the HRs. I am from the part where after the HR, I get to see the people selected are before the HR, and it's very important. I feel that grooming becomes a very, very important part of the whole interview, even if it was physical or even if it's virtual. I've actually told candidates that, aren't you serious about the position you have applied for? It seems that you just walked in just like that. And because I really feel that grooming means you really give importance to what you're applying for. This jobs mean something to you. Now let's talk about in the current scenario of a virtual interview. And you feel that, you know what, I'm on the virtual thing, I'm working from home, I'm at home. So it's okay to be casual. It's not okay to be casual. Your top half is going to be visible on the camera for the both interviewer and the interview. So it's very important to dress formal. You can always also see what is a company culture. They like casual or formal, but to play safe, be formally dressed. And also important is what kind of colors you can wear. See, remember, interview can, though you may think that when the kind of questions and answers they will ask, the way the interview will go, will be the deciding factor. But the first 10 seconds, the way you present yourself makes a whole lot of difference to the interview. So hence, make sure that you're not wearing too vibrant colors. Make sure you're not wearing too many patterns like floral, zigzag, stripes, because that get distorted on the camera. It should be nice, soft, pale shades, and should be pressed. Don't think that it's not pressed, it can't be seen. It will be seen. So hence, look neat. Guys, if you're having an unshaven beard, it can be seen. Please make sure you're shaven. Make sure hair is well done. Woman, you're not wearing too many long earrings. Even if you like it, make it nice. Because think, when the interview is they're talking to you, she should not, he should not be looking at something else other than concentrating on the interview that we are given. The conversation should be a focus point, not anything else. This is the first part of grooming. But other than just the looks, there's so many other factors that goes into making the interview success. Now, one factor is the positioning of the camera. Actually goes wrong in the positioning of the camera. Now, if you're suppose using a laptop and your table is low, your camera goes down, and the camera will be, your face will be on the top of the camera. That looks like you're hunching, and hence it will look like a low confidence. Now, if you put your camera, your flat back, your face is on the side, and then also you don't give a good communication to the interviewer. Hence, make sure that you're at the level head with the camera. And one is that, so if your laptop is low, you can put something below the laptop so that your eyes are looking actually to the camera. Now, how do you, sometime what happens, the interviewee doesn't put on the video. That's okay. He or she can see you. You may be speaking to a blank screen, but think that you're actually speaking to somebody and give it your best shot. When you're speaking, when the person is speaking from the other end, you can look at the screen. But when you please look at the camera. That gives a lot of confidence, and then the words that you're speaking goes with a lot of assertiveness. This is the thing about the camera. Second is the lighting. Now, if you can see behind me, there was a window which I have put the blinds down. But sometimes people leave the blinds open and there's a light which comes from behind, and then your face looks dark. Then, and also the whole video becomes very grainy. So you're giving a wrong impression. Right? You're giving a weak impression. So make sure that you're able to have a good lighting. If possible, have the light from the side or on the front of your face so that your face looks bright and nice, for giving the interview. So lighting is very important. Then the audio. Already Millie said that, test your audio. Please do test your audio. Make sure your phone is on the silent mode. That is something which I have seen a lot of candidates not taking care. There'll be a lot of sound of the messages coming in. Please make it on the side. Check. Now, sometimes you are using the speaker of your laptop for using the audio, and there is a lot of sound behind. The audio will be the sound which is around will get caught. You can use always a headphone. That's okay. You can use the headphone to have a better quality of audio, because remember, what you speak is what is going to be the most deciding factor. Hence, that speech has to be totally clear and concise. Use that. As she said, you can always record it, or you can do a test run with one of your friends. You know what, I have to do an interview. Why don't we just have a call and see how the audio runs? And also then is the background. Most of us are working from home. Some of us has the luxury to have a separate room. Some of us, we can't have a separate room. So try that at that point of time, we are able to tell them that, this is the room when I would like to have only to myself, and for some time inform. Or if you think that there may be a disturbance at that point of time, try to background. But make sure if you're using the real background, there's nothing which distracts the interviewee when they are doing the interview, removes everything unnecessarily from the background. Because if you're looking neat and clean, that means your thought process is neat and clean and there's no disturbance. So that way the background has to be made sure. Now, when you start the interview, there is something else which will become very important. It's called digital handshake. See, when you're meeting an interviewer, you do you do a handshake. But when you're doing a virtual, you actually do a digital handshake. So when you do is that you look into the camera, you look ahead and you nod and you go back. That means actually you're ready for starting the conversation. So that has also become an important part of virtual interviews now. That's a digital handshake. Another very important thing is the use of hand gestures. Now we use a lot of hand gestures, and I use a lot of hand gestures. I keep telling myself that we have to be careful about using the hand gestures. So it can enhance the way you're speaking, hamper the way you're speaking. Now let's suppose if I have to talk about importance of something and say, you know what, I had I had so many great experiences. I can use a hand, because hand till hand they can say. Or I can say, you know what, I have been twice nominated for my award, so you can do two. And if I say that, there was such a small issue, I sorted it out, or I had a big impact, so you can do this. But one thing very important, never point to the camera. When you're pointing to the camera, it is offensive. It looks very loud. So that way you have to take care of your hand gestures. And the last, not the least, is the use of the body posture. Remember, you're having a conversation and you should look confident, even if you're very, very nervous, even if you're not sure that the question being asked, you know all of them or not. Don't slouch back. Don't bend ahead. Be halfway on your chair and sit and slightly lower your shoulders like this and give a smile. Even the question is asked, pause, think, take a deep breath, which Vinu has been telling you from yoga, and then answer. But don't look nervous. That you have to learn and you can practice it. And always, you know what, when you get dressed for the interview, take a selfie and see if you're looking the best.